Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and we have the first patch for the Adrift Expedition in No Man's Sky, and it fixes a lot. And there are actually different versions of this patch, so be aware. First thing I'm going to say is all the details are down below in the description. There's a link to the web page.
What the hell did you just say?
All the details. I'm just covering the big ones that people have asked me about. So first things first, we have release log, but we have Adrift 4.71.1 for PC and Adrift 4.71 regular for PC and console. So there are some specific PC things that needed to be addressed. So keep that in mind. Depending on which version you're playing, you might see 4.71.1, and you might just see 0.71 regular. If you're on console, you probably will. Make sure you get the correct one and you're checking for updates. That way you get the most recent and most up-to-date version of the game. Now let's jump into these details. And again, link down below in the description if you want to know all the details. I'm just going through the big ones. Fixed a rare issue that could block redemption of the Ship of the Damned on other saves that also had the Leviathan. So if you beat the expedition, the Adrift Expedition, there was some weird bug to where you could not claim the cool new frigate if you had a Leviathan. They have fixed that, thankfully. Then we have fixed an issue that caused dragging items to a damaged or partially installed personal refiner to be treated as an attempt to refine the items rather than apply them to the repairs. So it was basically if your refiner was like semi-broken or you didn't finish it yet, and then you tried to fix it, it would just refine whatever you put in there. That's a huge bug. Thankfully, they fixed it. Oh my god, that would have been crazy bad. And then we have fixed an issue that prevented the surge battery recipe from being learned at the correct point of the Adrift Expedition. I had a lot of people reach out saying, hey, I can't make the surge battery. I need more of them. You need that to use the signal booster in the Adrift Expedition. But a lot of people say, hey, I don't have the recipe. And I didn't run into this. I had no issues with it, but especially on console, there was an issue to where they wouldn't let you learn the recipe, so you couldn't make any more. They give you a little bit, and if you needed more, you're out of luck. So now they fixed that, thankfully, so you should have that, no problems. And then we have fixed an issue that could block progress in some Adrift milestones if every rendezvous had been visited before starting them. Meaning, if you went to, like a lot of us on speedruns, you'll just do the rendezvous first and then go back and do the other ones, all the other milestones. If you were doing that, it would actually lock you out. So they fixed that, thankfully. That way we could do speed runs, and I know that like Delta and sometimes Zane, they'll run all the rendezvous first and then do the other stuff. Now we can do that without it locking you out, thankfully. And then the last one I want to mention is fixed an issue that prevented the claiming of some expedition milestones if one of the rewards upgraded a ship or multi-tool, but the current item was already in S-Class. So if you went through and you were already upgrading your stuff, and then you went back and you got a reward, it would glitch out because it's supposed to upgrade it, but it was already maxed out. So that was a weird, rare thing that you probably only ran into if you had a previous save, like you used an old save, and you brought in like an S-Class ship. If it tries to upgrade your S-Class ship, it's like, well, sorry, it's already maxed out, so it would just crash out because it couldn't do that. Now that is fixed, so thankfully, all those issues have been taken care of. Guys, how are you liking the Adrift Expedition? It's becoming one of my favorites. I still think I like the permadeath one that we did. We're never going to get another Looper Expedition ever again. I highly doubt they're going to let us do a permadeath one. But this one is up there. It's in my top 5 expeditions of all No Man's Sky. So I'm really digging it. How are you guys liking it? And number one, check and make sure you have the most recent update. But are you still running into bugs? Let us know, number one, what bug you have, and number two, what platform you're on, because sometimes people run into problems on PlayStation but not on Xbox. Or like with some of these today, we were running into it on console but not on PC. So there's going to be some specific bugs that are only on certain platforms. Let us know where you're playing and what bug you're having. But the biggest thing is, make sure you report those bugs to the Zendesk. I will link a link down below in the description to the bug reporting page on the No Man's Sky website. That way you guys can link it too. You guys can let them know because they can't fix it if they don't know about it. Anyway, hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time.